Hey, what's happening?
Don't you know? There's a bloody war on!
No.
There's a bloody war on!
Looks like I must have overslept.
It's all up and down!
For my 16th birthday, I had a trial flying lesson. I was joined by my granddad who took these pictures, and he also insisted a co-pilot be present for some reason. It was glorious flying through the clouds. Much like big balls of wool. Or candy floss. But more like clouds really. And the fact that I only vomited once I had returned to terra firma proves that clearly I belong in the sky. So it turns out you can wrap anything on page straight. If you know me, hi mum, I'm on the internet. You'll know I love flight games. Whether it's Chuck Yeager's Air Combat.
It's a great day for flying.
Chucky. X-Wing versus TIE Fighter? Or just mucking around on Microsoft Flight Simulator in a Sopwith Camel. Incidentally, the Sopwith Camel, apart from having the most mind-bogglingly brilliant name ever, was also the titular hero in a Commodore 64 game called Blue Max, my first experience of a flying game. Taking off was an art in itself, and unleashing your payload involved lowering your altitude whilst depressing the joystick trigger, meaning whilst bombing runs often ended in a tearful crash landing, when the stars were aligned, the feeling was joyous. And here I was bemoaning the passing of this once great genre, and my prayers had already been answered. War Thunder is an online multiplayer game by Russian company Gaijin Entertainment, so far in open beta on PC, PS4 and OS X. The game takes place during the 1930s to the 1950s, encompassing not only WW2, but the dawning of the Jet Age. I don't usually play online games, so as I dipped my toe into the first mission, I was a bit hesitant as the inevitable banter began. By a plain noob. But I actually found myself quite inspired when later someone asked,
"Sup guys? How's it going?"
to which another replied,
Sky, gas prices.
I thought pretty old joke, but yes, depending on the team, there could be a sense of adventure and humour as you press ever on into the big blue. Okay, so move your mouse to move your plane. Press W to accelerate, S to slow down, G for landing gear if you've got any. I mean, how hard can it be? It's probably just like riding a bicycle with wings.
All right, boy, get in.
Hold up. Yes, I know what you're about to say. Where are all the fancy controls? I want to be able to hold F7 Alt Shift ampersand Y to perform a mid-air Crazy Ivan. Now, you're looking into the eyes of someone who understands your pain. You've just got to learn to let go. Although, no. Apple Tango, oh my god, we're all going to die! It's not like riding a bicycle at all!
Shut up, will you?
Realistic and simulation mode. And here's the sad truth. I'm an impatient child. Because, for all my bluff about my love of flight sims, I think I'll be staying on arcade mode at least for now. You see, I'm a sucker for the unrealistic manoeuvrability you get, and loading up on stamina star points so you can take the heavy hits. Realistic mode is for real men and women, but it will take you 20 minutes to get to the enemy, and when they hit you, your game will be over. However, what arcade mode is missing is the wonderful thrill of takeoff. At the start of a mission, you simply spawn in the air like an episode of Quantum Leap. The music is a combination of original orchestral scores and lashings of Beethoven, spurring you ever forward towards that one last battle at 3 in the morning. The type of music that would make even the most humdrum thing seem intense and vitally important. Oh my god, we're losing altitude! We're going down! Games can go one of two ways. Number one, wind in your ears and bugs in your eyes. You've taken down a bomber in the ruddy Nimrod. You feel like God on steroids. Number 2. Trying for a risky ground strike, you pull up too late and slide to your fiery doom. Nothing ever changes. Duck! Now, I hopped into the British planes like a patriotic sod, and also to get my grubby mitts on a Spitfire, which took me 10 hours but was totally worth it. Oh, and boy, are there a lot of Spitfires! But you can equally play as the USA, the USSR, Germany, or Japan, with Italian and Australian planes within the German and British branches, respectively. And once you begin, you're free to hop from nation to nation like a goddamn triple agent commie spy. But you'll probably want to focus on tooling up one set of planes at a time. At least I did. Interestingly, unlike realistic mode, where players enact real-life battles, arcade is a complete free-for-all with a smorgasbord of nations on each team. To be honest, it's a bit weird, but in a good way, more communal in spirit, but perhaps not the best of help when cramming for your history exam.
So the Japanese, Americans, Russians and Germans had almost won. They had this last British plane to it. They chased it for a good 10 minutes before it gave up and flew straight into a mountain. In conclusion, Blue Team won the Second World War. They called the day of celebration D-Day, after Danger Dave 1996 who got the most points for ground assault kills. Respect to Danger Dave!
Sounds legit.
So a lot of unrealistic things happening in arcade mode, but I think that's half the fun. Except the rammers. Don't get me started on the rammers.
What about the rammers?
He flew straight through me. He hasn't even got a scratch on him. He flew straight through me and he hasn't even got a scratch on him. Whoops. Oh, I've still got a plane in reserve. Oh, why won't you die?
What? He flew straight through me and he doesn't have a scratch on him. What the hell?
And it's full circle. The bullied becomes the bullier, and you feel awful. But you get over it. The models are lavishly detailed. They've got these little snippets of information about the aircraft. Plus, with the historical campaigns, you can watch a video to put the mission into perspective, and they're all voiced by Stephen Fry.
The escape of the Brazilian boa constrictor earned Harry his longest ever punishment.
Okay, let's talk lions and eagles. And no, I'm not talking about American football, or even real lions and eagles, or in-game currency. Oh wait, no, it is that last one. So, you'll accrue the silver lions for kills, soft landings, good table manners, and even for just taking part in the battle. These you'll be using to slowly but surely increase the stats of your planes, pilots, and research, which is where it looks a bit like Civilization. But you'll also be reminded there are sometimes consequences to your actions. In my haste to ramp up my batting average of kills, I ended up hitting a teammate. The game docked me lines for friendly fire. After a deep feeling of shame balled up inside of me, I wept for what seemed like days. But then I steeled my resolve and returned to the game, as I like to think, a better player. Oh, the carrot and the stick. The catch is, if, like me, you're insisting on following the cheap spongy route, it'll take you much longer to build up your crew and unlock those all too tempting later planes. And that's down to those golden eagles. The game dishes you out a few when you first start up, and you can invite your friends for a few more, but after that you'll need to cough up real legal tender. After the initial glee of cracking the first map, when you're then faced with giant cliffs, enemy players far outranking your ability, and pillboxes you can't even destroy, what gives? Giving you rockets or bombs, you might think, screw this, at which stage you'll either give up or stay the course. That's where those golden eagles become ever more tempting. But in a perverse way, I'd actually feel like admitting defeat if I purchased the premium version. Like sticking on easy mode, now I'm already on normal? Yeah, I know, I'm sick like that. But who cares, right? It's free. If I snap and buy the full game, great, they probably deserve my money. But if I stop playing, right this second, I still have many exciting memories to treasure from a free game that's free. Did I mention it's free? It's a no-brainer. So yeah, there was an update. Now you can drive a tank!
Ah, shut up, will you?